Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, nerd and nerdettes. Now, firstly, I just want to thank you for all the feedback on the first two videos that we have had with Dequitem and myself. Going to Germany and being able to fight at this castle has been nothing short of amazing. And before we move on to the next video, which I am super excited about, that's going to be Ranger versus Dequitem. If you saw the previous video with Trollo, you know that I definitely took my lumps doing that fight unarmored and getting smacked around a little bit. Next video, I'm going to be able to do a little bit of payback, bringing out some warbows against Dequitem, and he gets to show his bravery and his bravado as we test that out. But the one thing we want to talk about in this video is about the armor that Sir Gaines is wearing. So just like this castle here, you can see that everything's got a functional purpose. There's a reason things are designed and built the way that they are. So this one's going to be a little more of a deep cut into his particular armor set, what he wore, what time period he is in, as Dequitem kind of talks about the pieces that I have on, and to kind of demonstrate how they're used with my own impacts. All right.
So now let's put, the buckle is open soon. We have to take the hair away.
Gently brush it.
So here's the buckle inside, and I will close this. That's very important because we had a murder strike shot in the second fight where I pushed him here, and if that doesn't fit, the nose is can break very easily because that can hit your nose nearly. Because this helmet sits very tight. It's a 2mm hardened steel helmet made for Buhur duels. So there are a little bit more holes in front than are historical. But I think that's nice for you because you're not used to fight in helmets that don't have a lot of breathing.
Very helpful for visibility.
To
see what was going on, especially on the ground or in a clinch, because I didn't have as much of a blind spot.
And I want to fight a full fighting dash Rendar and not a blind go looking in the field for the enemy. Yes, so that's the full armor, and for safety measurements so that he can hit as hard as possible, we used a rubber headed two-handed but shortened Poleaxe, so he don't use to have a lot of techniques where you use the butt spike and you need a lot of training. That's more for the easy man.
Yes,
so,
but it does have a really good weight to it as well. It's wood, so it's not just like a foam thing. It's got a lot of mass to it, and the rubber's thick, and so when I was able to get a good headshot, it felt like it was a good concussive shot and not like I was hitting him with like a pool noodle.
I felt that shot, and the first shot really get me out of the way, so it was really easy for you to grab to the legs. So without that, going only for the grab, I don't think you could, because when my blade went in here, normally I would push further, and then you can't reach me. And would pierce yourself. But you shot me here, and that ripped everything off, and I had to go back again, and I felt that shot, definitely. And I think a real one would break my helmet, maybe, possible. So let's remove the helmet and all the other parts.
Thank you.
For close combat fighting, you have a dagger. Can you pull it? So this is a dagger also with a rounded tip, and it's steel, hardened steel, so that it can flex. And this has a wooden handle, so not a knightly dagger. So it's more like a knight versus man-at-arms fight. So you have the Brigandine, a little bit cheaper armor, some arms with leather and steel mixed together, and simpler legs for that reason. So
there was less articulation, and the one thing I did know is like when if I go to drop to a knee, I noticed that it was like the right length of the shin, so protected, but that was like my max distance there, so I was.
But that's normal, so I can't move
okay.
further
All
as well.
All right.
Because if you have some protection here, this will bite in, so they're stopped.
Okay, so yeah, that was different too. When he first put them on me, and I was like moving around, I was like, oh dang, I gotta readjust my thoughts on what a shot's gonna look like.
Yeah, so you can't use. Woo!
Yeah.
and that's a problem with historical shoes.
I know,
they're slippery as well.
When he gave me these two, I had like my normal shoes with a ton of grip. I put these on, I was like, oh, they are so slippery.
Yeah,
yeah.
So that's a big problem too. So let's put it back and remove the belt. So I didn't know how big he is. He's actually not much bigger than me, but still 15 kilograms of extra weight. So using that from a Buhurt friend, there's a lot of space left. So
the chest is large.
Yeah, and the gambeson as well. So here.
And one thing about these that I definitely felt too is he got a few strikes that were able to push in, because there's gapping, as with Brigandine, there's gapping in there. And I did feel like one or two when they hit, some of them were very solid and they just dissipated instantly. And some of them I felt like they cut into it where it pushed the plate aside enough where I felt a good impact from the steel when it hit me.
These are very, very soft plates, but they're absolutely fine. But of course there are gaps, so if you have these and a shot goes here, you feel them. So there is the possibility to go with a pointy blade in between. With the spike of a Poleaxe, of course too, but it's harder because it's much thicker. And that's the big difference between full plate and Brigandine. And why Brigandine isn't the best option in some cases when you have a spiky object that can penetrate. So let's remove it and hope that your hair
I'll lose a little bit.
And you know, no need.
I got a few.
Do you have? You have.
Yes, I got it. Thank you. Yeah.
So I will put it on the ground so you can see here. And that's the front. So here's a lot of overlapping, but even here the plates can push to the side, and this is only for the back for strikes. So there are more gaps, it's not needed. And the shoulders are here inside as well. So now the much too big gambeson, but first you have to remove the arms.
Yes.
And they're separated, so we have the upper arms here. Also very thin hardened steel. It's blackened inside, and these are solid. These are tested. This is the same I tested with the two-handed Poleaxe. The spiky one, and this I have to dent it a little bit back, but these are the shots from the two-handed Poleaxe.
Nice.
Full force. So
yeah, and that's when you sent me. That's when you sent me with the warbow too.
Yeah, with the warbow too.
Where I was able to get in about that far.
But not to kill you. I think there's enough padding and muscles to.
A win's a win. A win's a win.
Ah, you call it a win?
I do. Yes.
I don't call it a win.
Oh, fine.
So, some straps to keep it in place, because these sleeves are too long, you see it. So we used here some extra straps. So now we have the male skirt, and I have to show something because that's very important. We have some plates here under it. This is not historical, but safety first.
But I did feel some of them came up near there.
Yeah.
I don't think any hit directly, but a lot of them would bounce up and come up near there.
Yeah.
So it was great to have those plates there. That
And
was a good call. That was a good call by you to have those there, because that.
Keep in mind a very thin blade, so this is rounded, so this can't push through the rings. But if it's not rounded, even these very small rings, and sometimes 6 in one ring, can pierce about 2 centimeters, and 2 centimeters of blade here is still enough to make you bleed.
Yes.
So it helps a lot to not kill you instantly, but only give you a little bit more time.
Yeah, to think about what you've done.
So there was actually from the helmet some mail on top of the mail. So if I hit the mail of the helmet, that would be enough to keep it away, because then this with the padding here, the mail on top of the mail is enough to keep these 2 centimeters away. So with the mail around the helmet, you're normally absolutely safe, but my shots were aimed under the mail of the helmet, so that's why you felt them. Okay,
all right.
So now it's about the legs, I think. And we have to remove the belt that holds the not fitting gambesson.
Yes.
So we did a mix, so the legs will not came off at the moment. They are also connected to the gambesson. That's historical, but normally you put it inside, under the gambesson. But that was really hard because it doesn't fit you. So we put it on top of this later. Yeah. My friend will kill me.
Okay. It was for a good cause.
Yeah,
It was for a good cause.
I think so too. So now you can put the legs away.
Okay.
And yeah, I built these legs and forgot to use some padding. So on my legs there is some more padding. So it's not historical, but there's some padding for me inside. And we forgot it to build it. I was very busy to build all the different parts before and organize everything. And therefore, I forgot to build some padding. But we thought, do it historical. And historically, you put some very long linen strap and put it around your knees over and over again. So you have some padding there. Of course, we don't have some, some historical linen, but we have some white. It was white before, some white T-shirts. so again, find some loot in my shirt arsenal. Yeah, these are the legs of one of the best wood fighters of Germany. He's in my club and was so kindly to give them to me, and I think these legs speak for themselves. so he's a little bit higher than you and me, and a little bit stronger. Not a lot of fat, but a lot of muscles.
Yeah.
Even more than you. So yeah, this game's off now. So to make them fit, I only hardened the lower part, the knees, and here only the top. So I was able to bend them and shape them around here in the castle to fit them to him. So this is more of a 13th century setup for a normal man-at-arms, to have some knee plates and upper legs and no connection parts between. So there's only a strap here inside that connects these plates, and you can move them in all directions.
And then the extra large padded gambesson, or how do you say it? What's the right way?
Arming doublet.
Doublet? Oh, arming doublet.
Call it,
okay.
or padded jacket.
Okay.
Is the
That's good. Did its job well though. Very sweaty and nasty now.
So,
and that was the armor for the fight.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that was amazing. Thank you again, and we have much more fun stuff coming up.
Then stay safe. Don't kill your trading partners.
Yes.
And bye-bye.
But you can wound them. Okay.
Yeah. Obviously.
Yeah. Actually, yeah. You just have to really do it down to the chest, like you see in a lot of the old tapestries. Like you cannot put it here.
Yeah.
It's got to come down here, and you really have to like have your head up a little bit.
Yeah.
But it's really weird. I'd have to adjust to it a lot.
Yeah.
But it's manageable, just not very comfortable.